What is going on, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Cup Series. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone had a good race weekend because it's now time for the MRL Cup Series to come to town. We are at Las Vegas tonight. That means this is the third time that we are here. Joining me up here in the booth is actually going to be our in-race reporter. He has not been with us for some time now, and it's actually going to be our Season Zero Cup champion. That is, of course, Cyber. How are you doing today, Cyber?
I'm doing good. Hope for a good
Well,
race tonight.
oh, well, definitely. I can imagine. Your stats here are actually pretty good. Of course, well, I should say you missed out on the second time that we were here. That was, of course, won by B Right Racing. But you did race the Season Zero one, and where you finished in a podium place, P3, if I recall. So with that, we are hoping to have maybe a repeat or maybe even one place higher. Of course, 134 laps are on docket tonight. Cyber, let's kind of hear from your perspective on things. Of course, you did so well here in season zero. What do you think should we be expecting tonight?
Well, for starters, I finished P2. I had to come back
Uh,
through the field off of an incident
uh,
that race.
I'm always corrected on something. There's always something. Like I have my stat page in front of me. I was whatever. Anyway, go on.
For Las Vegas, this is mainly going to be, I think, a draft type of track, honestly, because of how oblivious the draft is around here. It's all about just arcing your corners basically to get like a good entry and then a good exiting off the corner. So you have to like drive up to near the wall basically with this track. Banking's also like really in depth, so if you don't get your arc right, then you're gonna go near the wall.
Well, of course, you got to get that. I very much share the same philosophy here. When you are at Las Vegas, it is such a draft reliant track as well as a very line centric. Now, that doesn't mean that you can go up high or go as close to the wall as you can. You can go up there, and you can actually be mildly successful up there, depending on how far you go. But of course, getting that arc in there, you're actually going to see probably a couple people slap the wall in that little short shoot between the front stretch and turn one. I can almost guarantee maybe once every 10 laps because I you want to get as much as what you said a big of an arc as possible. So I definitely second that. And speaking of seconding that, we have a couple people already joining in chat. That is Agent Orange. A couple people actually racing in here. So of course they're going to be listening to my insight as well as a little bit of your inner supporter action to see what you're on. That is Nathan. We have Jordan Jauja coming on in from the Sportsman series. So we have Xander, of course, and Brandon, both supporting GMI as well as Von Poon, respectfully. So I definitely have to see where things will have to go here. Of course, there are 134 laps here. It's two times tire wear as well as relapse yellows. Now, in season zero, we didn't have any cautions here. We'll let us see if we're going to have any cautions now, because it looks like we're going to have only a 14 car field. If I could have some invites, please, that would be fantastic. We actually ran into that last week where I only got one, and I actually disconnected from it, and I had to do some jank stuff in order to get in there. So that will definitely be helpful. But it is now 9:15, so I'm about to let the Discord know. All right, good luck, guys. Timer's about to roll right now. No pace lap, of course, just all clean and green. Now, that is always fun when we are in season one here. I'm just so excited that we're out of the fun seasons. If anyone knows
hmm
me, I've been an advocate for getting season one started, but I cannot stress that enough. If I would have known that Ignition was going to be as big of a stinker as it was, I would have started this shoot 4 months ago. But here we are, finally in race two of the season. And with that, I am about to back out now. So that means basically right now we can actually just join back in. Cyber, you are going to be lining up in P3 or P2, my bad, outside pole. Let's see what you can do from that high side because of, well, I mean, just the people behind you. You are going
Mm-hmm.
to be seeing a lot of team actions here. Of course, in the off season, I've made mentioned this last week, but I will do it again. You had a team shift. You were a free agent, and then decided to join Mopawa. You two had a spectacular top five sweep for both of you in P4 and P5, with you getting the better of your teammate. UK's no slouch here as well. I wonder what you
No,
guys
he's
have in
not.
store.
I mean, when we raced in season zero, I mean, he was in the top three when a lot of us guys made mistakes, so he's not a sloucher.
Oh yeah, not at all. He is definitely a fast guy here. I think it was actually the pitch strategy that kind of messed him up. He
Yeah.
was a one of those short stoppers. But in this 14 car field, we are green here, and the 18 just did not go. What the heck happened? Oh my goodness me! Looks like the 18 and the 4 just did not go. Oh my goodness me! Now the 18 and the 4 is going to be on the back foot right off the bat. Oh my goodness. Drama already. We have to try to go on board with the 4. He has already parked it for the night, and just like that, Cyber, we're down to 13. Wow.
Wow.
I have no idea what happened with the 4 right there, but definitely, um, oh wow, implications, race implications, because this field got spread out in a hurry. Of course, you have your battlings in the back of this like top 5 train right here. Currently being held by the 22 that is Cade, last week's winner Cade, by the way. So moving up to P3, but also all the way to the caboose on this BS 14 cars. They're in the 20. He is a little bit further back, but oh my goodness me, I can't. I wonder if Goose will join us up in the YouTube comments, as I am actually very curious as to what happened right there. Oh, we're going to be 4 wide. We're going to be 3 wide with this 14 being on the center, or make that the bottom lane right now, looking to make some moves, but unfortunately the 22 is going to chop him on off, and the 14 kind of has to back on off. The 17 will actually grab the wall right there, and we're going to be 3 wide here in the front stretch, the 14 being on low, but they sort it on out. Meanwhile, you, Cyber, are looks like you're just drafting with Xander up there. Xander was
Yeah,
not very happy with his finish last week.
I'm just trying to get away from the pack, so I'm trying to do it now.
Well, currently you guys are accomplishing that. However, that 47 has broken free. Same thing with the 21 from that little pile, I guess I should say. So it looks like we're going to be seeing some of that action here, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Make that 2 less cars you need to worry about, because it looks like the 14 car, BS 14 cars, as well as Baseball Kid. Baseball Kid having such a good run last week, but unfortunately, a couple laps into before the checkered flag. I don't know why I was spacing out on that. Just was not in the cards, and he is now back into P12. But yeah, I'm actually very curious to see if Goose will join us in this in the commentary here. Maybe offer some insight, but that doesn't mean the show must go on, or that doesn't mean that the show can't stop. Because right now the 96, who had not quite a good qualifying, is starting to make his way through the field. The 14 car of your teammate there, UK, has found his way to P4, and the 21 is on the outside here. Unfortunately, not really having too much to do on that top side, but that doesn't mean that his race is far from done. 9 people watching right now. Thank you guys so much. Who are you guys rooting for right now? We already heard some of the drivers come on in and talk, but what driver do you think you're going to go for? Because we hear teams, of course, but who do you think is going to win? Xander, of course, being on pole, he's still leading the pack. Cyber there starting in P2, still P2. A lot of race left to go, and you two are just really just kind of pulling away right now. It's really up to P3 if you guys were to just continue like this. How's the car feeling right now? the tires are starting to age as we are quickly approaching lap 10. They wear quickly. If anyone in the chat is not aware, in the Cup cars, the tire wear is not as bad, but like actually like in terms of like percentages, but they melt. Your lap times fall off quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, Cyber, how do you feel?
Car feels solid right now. Just wanting to get adjustments and it'll feel a lot more better.
Of course, that's where the bulk of the lap time can be found is just by the setup. Basically, how high can your right sides go without overheating them? How loose can you make it without sliding on entry? The 96 bounced off the apron a little bit, and the 14 almost made contact with the 96 there. But they are finding themselves in a single file train right now, hoping to make some kind of ground. But the more people hit the apron right there in turns 3 and 4, the less time they will make. UK looking for P3 right there. Bass is going to have the outside. 14 car is going to have the preferred lane of the inside. However, that momentum shift will turn to the outside. You can actually see right here that the 47 gets that high side momentum. And honestly, you want to be on the inside for entry and middle, but you want to be on the outside for exit. That's why you see a lot of these people kind of sliding on up to the track, and the 47 are going to be 3 wide here off of turn 4. Bass got put 3 wide. The 96 pushed the issue and went 3, and a little bit of contact between the 21 and the 47, but they are figuring themselves out. This battle for P3 rages on. Oh, me, oh my. The 96 now the new benefactor of P3 there. The 14 showing his displeasure with the 21. Kind of gives him a little tap, and the 21 kind of taps him in kind right there. But the 47 now going to be on the inside there as the 22 of Cade is looking a little loose. It makes a little bit of contact. Not quite door slams, but a little bit of contact between the 8 on his outside. People are really starting to get loose now. People are starting to slide coming off of turn 2. The way that they kind of just like shake a little, you can definitely tell that. But oh my goodness, I still can't fathom what happened with US Truck that first lap, and unfortunately no sign from him. So I guess that's just one of those things that probably his wheel disconnected, or he didn't realize it was going. Oh my goodness. But anyway, like I said, the show must go on though. Cyber, what lap are we on?
We are currently on lap 14, coming to lap 15.
Oh man, and actually as I say that, it looks like a battle for the lead. Oh no, you thought better of it. Maybe it looks like I've been keeping my eye on Xander. It looks like he is starting to get loose. If I recall correctly, the setup that he usually runs around here is a 6. It's blindingly fast, but it is a handful.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too.
And it looks like to me... Oh, go ahead.
It's like in general, like in the short run it's good, but now I'm kind of seeing in the long run he's kind of like dripping near toward the wall most of the times. Yeah,
well, and I guess that's the trade-off that you want to have for speed. If you don't have that that car control, you're just running a loose car, but right there means a potential change for the lead. And as the one hits the wall there, he will just gas it in the center of the corner. He's going to try to get the high side momentum here, but he's loose, I can tell. And coming to the line, I think that lap will still go to Xander. So still technically no lead change, but well, Xander here, as he goes higher and higher, he's going to try to find more grip in that higher run off, and he will actually clear the 24 back here. So a slight mistake kind of opened the door, but unfortunately you couldn't capitalize. But hey, sometimes that's just how the ball rolls sometimes. You have to kind of roll with the punches. Of course, it's still very early on in this race. You can tell people are starting to fade. The 22 of Cade has started to leave the that little pack, that battle for P3. However, inversely, the 20 of BS14 cars has found his way back to the lead pack. He started dead last, and if I'm counting my cars correctly, he is in P4, 5, 6, 7, 8, P9 right now. So he's overcome a very high margin. Thankfully, he was on the outside of that whole debacle with Goose and Kalen, but so he was able to kind of snipe 2 positions for free right there. But oh my goodness, yeah, the 20 car definitely looking definitely looking to collect some spots. There's US Trek. Goose, what happened? You care to fill us in? What happened there on lap 1? Not even lap 1. You didn't even make it to the start finish line to even take the green flag. I think Xander may have found something. He is starting to travel up the hill a little bit in order to fight that loose race car. He's starting to kind of just ride that high side. It's preferred in turns 1 and 2, but turns 3 and 4, it's basically a one groove line right there. You have to run the bottom in order to make speed. Kind of check back in. Pass between the 20 and the 22. That's P8 and P9. Kind of check back in with this little pack. The 21 making the pass on the 47. The 47, ooh, but the 8 right behind definitely got loose right there. You can see that these guys are starting to struggle. It's actually, as we are getting closer and closer, we're about 2/3 of the way through this run. I apologize. I'm fighting the hiccups right now, so if I sounds like I'm taking like, it's because I am. The hiccups are biting me right now. Anywho, but it's all going to be a matter of who's going to start short pitting, who's going to go for the long runs. There was in season 0, as well as the fun season that we ran here, there was a mixed bag of strategy. Some people did both. Some people decided to short pit. Brandon, who won, was one of those that did the short pit strategy. Basically, as soon as the pit window opened, he was in. Some people did long. That's what Packers did in the in season 0. So both strategies are valid. It's just it's gonna be difficult to see which one is preferred. Cyber, if you don't mind, what do you think on that?
Short pit or long pit, I mean, neither works because I tried both of them from season 0, executed it both perfectly, so neither works.
Neither works. Well, I guess it's just kind of like fly by the seat of your pants type of things. So far, caution free. The 47 of Baz makes a little bit of contact with us from the 21. I'm sure they're in the same party. They probably apologize promptly right there, but Bass is not having as good of a run as his GMI teammate is. In fact, he's actually battling his GMI teammate in the 8 right there. We're on board the 96, but you can see them just passing our camera shot as the 96 and the 14 are starting to separate themselves from the 21. Oh, there we go. We have some confirmation. So US Trek, I'm going to read the comment as we have it. Wheel disconnected immediately on race start. Going to dig out the G29 and return to Fanatec. Oh, so that's what happened. Oh, well, I wonder if, if honestly the only one that really felt that was the 18 was actually go on board with them. Here is Kalen right here. Unfortunately, he is in a race of his own. Oh, my goodness. Well, baseball kids, sometimes that's just how the ball rolls. We were actually just talking about that. You just got to roll with the punches. Baseball kid showing his displeasure with some technical difficulties. You know, you just got to roll with it, man. But, yeah, the 18 was the one that really got screwed out of that. He is all by his lonesome. In fact, actually, Cyber, where are you at on track right now? Not position, just like position on track.
We are currently exiting turn 2.
All right, so, yeah. Yeah, Kalen is exactly half a track behind right now. So definitely, ooh, we see some pit stops happening. The 21 signaling to come on down. The 37 already making his pit stop. So definitely those short pit strategies are coming to fruition. Now, don't speed here. That is the biggest thing. You do not want to speed. You want to be aggressive on pit road, but you don't want to well, make that mark as the 8. Does exactly what I was talking about in the pre-race and slaps that short shoot wall going into turn 1. I told you guys it would be a thing. No one believed me. Contrary to popular belief, I do know what I'm talking about. So the 37 was the first car to pit right there. He is already back out on track. Looks like the 38 and I think the 17 are also pitting right now. Oh, maybe the 17 not so much, but the 38 definitely is. Actually, no, I lied. Both of them are. As we have a majority of the people coming on down right now. Ooh, the 38 being super. Wait, what? Oh, he missed pit road! Oh my goodness, the 38! Oh my goodness, how did that not catch him? He was well past that yellow line. How did that not catch him on pit road right there? Oh me, oh my. So basically, it looks like everyone's coming on down right now. One pit this previous lap, the 24, you are cybered. Now you're already on pit road. Looks like basically this cycle only lasted about a span of 3 laps, basically. Looks like the 22. The 37 actually gained quite a hefty sum right there. You can actually see that he actually is now on board with the 22, who pit a lap before. Now, of course, the 22 has the fresher tires of the 2. He should be able to pull away, but his main competition is that of the 20. And you can see the 20 just in front of him right there. Now, that may come down to just where you came out at or how aggressive you were going on the pit lane. It's going to be interesting to see where all this cycles on out. And speaking of cycling on out, looks like Xander will be our leader. Exiting the pits, there is that difference of pitting 1 lap earlier. Oh my goodness, that looks to be about a second. Oh, but he hits the wall right there, so he's trying to put down some qualifying times. I will say that. However, you don't want to go over that edge, as we have seen. Slapping the wall could be detrimental. Anywho, so it looks like the biggest gainers out of that little exchange was actually the 21. He's now in the P3 right now, comfortably actually. But probably the biggest loser is probably the 14 of Mopawa Cat, losing not 1, not 2, but 3 spots on pit lane. So I think that's just because of how cautious he was getting on pit lane. I kind of saw out of the corner of my eye that he was super slow going on into the pits, but that could also be just about when he decided to pit. You know, it could have been just a matter of just pitting a little bit too late. But looks like this 14 is trying to make his way back forward, but that 8 of Nathan, Agent Orange, is kind of holding him up a little bit. As I say that, though, the 14 makes the pass, so never mind then. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Anywho, so let's actually go on board with someone in the back of the pack. So here is Piper, who unfortunately, I guess, missed the commitment line, is what I'm seeing. He is now back in P13. Unfortunate from him. Kalen now in P12, but Piper putting in a Boy Scout effort right now, and he actually had to reverse it in order to get back on pit lane. He didn't want to go all the way around, so still a loss of time, but not as much of a loss as going all the way back around the track in order to get back on pit lane. Thankfully, the game didn't catch him for going in reverse, and well, here we are. So P13 for Piper. Let's see who's actually in P11. I think that's actually going to be Liam. So let's actually go on board with Liam here. So Liam's P11. Looks like actually Cade now losing a spot to Baseball Kid. That is for P10, and Liam trying to gain positions on both of these guys. So we're going to have to see how this is going to kind of circle on up, because it looks like Cade's hyper loose, kind of bobbing coming out of turn 2 already. This battle for P3 continues, though. Looks like the 21 has it, the 96 wants it. The 14 and the 8 have also caught them, so there was a bit of a separation between these two. But I also see there's a battle for the lead up there, so let me actually go on board with that. It looks like Cyber, did Xander hit the wall, or were you just clawing him down?
Crawling him down.
Because last I checked, he had about a second lead, and I was that's why I was kind of going through the rest of the field. Well, you can see that Xander loves that high side. He has been running that to various success throughout the run. Definitely interesting to see how that line's going to change as the tires wear, especially now that, well, hopefully you both have your setups totally dialed in. It looks like he beats you in turns 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is the 24's territory. So we'll have to see how that kind of rolls here. As that battle rolls on, looks like Liam is actually starting to gain on Cade and Baseball Kid here. So we'll have to see how that kind of rolls. Liam is a little bit lagging, but there's no one around him, so that's not a huge issue. But yeah, chat, make some noise. Who are you rooting for right now? We have 8 of you guys watching right now, so thank you all so much for coming on out. This is the MRL Cup Series here at Las Vegas. Race 2 of the season, so the season's fresh in everyone's mind. However, that being said, that doesn't mean that there aren't some absentees. You may notice that Justin Shackett is not here. You may also notice that Packers, our Season 0 winner here, is not here. The BD Deadman's not here, although he will be receiving last place points. He did submit a lap, so while he's not here, he'll still get credit for actually competing. Yo, what's going on, Rabin? How you doing? You excited for the sportsman race at Vegas here? Not Vegas. We're at Vegas now. Phoenix here in this Monday. So it looks like we're back to the status quo for P3. The 96 regains the 3rd place spot. UK now back in P4, so that's where he was before he pit. Of course, he gained the spot before T-Bird. They pit on 2 separate laps. Nathan, Agent Orange in P5, Brandon P6. But that's the 4-car train. Bassbuck seems to have been dropped from this. Rambo, yeah, I know it's you. Oh, did Piper actually? No, what happened to Piper? Oh my goodness me. Oh, there he is. I could have swore I saw him on pit road right there. I thought we had another disconnect. But thank God we didn't. So with that, Cyber, if we could actually have a lap update, that would be perfect.
Lap 42, coming to 43.
Gotcha. So plenty of racing left to go here. Ooh, but Xander getting hyper loose. You can tell that car is starting to step out on him right now. He is starting to drift on up the track. As I see, there is a battle going on for P3. 14 looks low, but gets chopped by the 96. But the 14 is going to continue kind of poking his nose in there, giving a little tap, tap, tap. The 14 gets loose. That's going to open the door for the 8. The 8's now going to be below the 14, giving a little bit of side draft going into turn 3. 14's got to hold the outside line here, the unpreferred line, but a little bit of contact being made between the 8's going to port the 14 up the wall. No contact with the wall, thank God. And with that, the battle goes on as the 8 and 14 are side by side going into turn 1. Rambo says he's excited for Monday after your first top 10 in Daytona and ERA. There you go. Got to start out somewhere, right? All champions begin, well, with very humble roots. So you just got to keep plugging away at it. Season is still young. Oh, the 14 UK did a excellent job holding his ground on the top side right there. Looks like the 21's starting to get a little racy right now, trying to get and past the 8, but looks like as I'm seeing from back here, the bottom side is not quite as potent anymore. In order to make some passes, looks like the top side is actually the place to be. But as these 4 cars are kind of lined on up, I don't know if they're actually making any kind of ground on you and Xander. Oh, caution! Oh, it looks like Liam and the 22 of Cade got in some kind of accident. They were in the back of the pack. I have no idea what happened, but I saw them spinning on the backstretch. Wow, that changes a lot. That was about 2/3 of the way through that fuel run right there. So we'll have to see how this kind of shakes up the race. Hopefully it doesn't turn into fuel mileage. I will say that. That is the biggest question mark. Yes, Nathan, we were actually talking about that. Such a fun race for P3 all the way to 6. So we'll have to see if that continues here, as looks like everyone kind of holds station where they were before they pit. But as we go green here, pivotally though, the inside lane is the one that gets the better liftoff. The 14 is going to try to merge, and he will. The 8, I don't think, meant to let him in, but you can see that all the way back to P7 are now single file. But there are about to be 3 wide. Baseball Kid thought about it. Oh, BS hit the outside wall, and the 22 splits him. What a move by the 22. Gains 2 for the price of 1. He's actually going to go for 3 here, as the 47 of Bass is going to be pushed up the way, and the 22 will have the draft here on the front stretch. But the 47 will have that high side momentum. Can he do anything here? Oh, but a contact! The 47 gets put up the wall, and with that, the 22 picks up that spot. That was, I'm sure, not intentional, but that is what contact has between everyone. Now, these guys are going to be losing precious time to this lead pack. The more they battle, the more that single file pack just goes farther and farther away. If I'm this second pack right here, oh, the 22, he's tight, he's hitting the bumps. That's one of the things we don't talk about that much, but those bumps, especially in turns 1 and 2, much like in real life, are crazy. They will literally swing your car from the inside all the way to the outside lane. You gotta be careful. As we see, actually, the 22 in the wall, I was actually on board with the front pack right there. I don't know if that was just him getting tight or loose or what happened, but it looks like a battle for the lead, as I should probably go back to the front pack. Now that this front pack is caught up again with that caution, and basically allowed for everyone to kind of reset themselves. The 21, I don't know if that was contact on his screen, no contact on our screen, but the 14 going to try to go for the move on the 96, but the high side momentum will be king here, and it looks like it's actually going to be the high side that will actually be the preferred line here in 1 and 2. Well, I guess I shouldn't say the outside, more like the middle line, but the bottom side will be the preferred here in turn 3. Anyway, kind of go back in with the second pack here. Looks like they have found themselves single file. The 37 going with his in-game teammate of the 47, but that's going to create a little bit of a stack up. So Bass is going to lead this second pack, and it is now 2 packs. The first pack has 6, and the second pack has 7. So we're going to see if this second pack can actually close the gap, and maybe we have a full race on our hands yet again. But it's going to be a little bit here, as if I'm counting my laps correctly, we should be on lap, what, 58?
54.
Ah, damn. I have a roundabout, but I'm always wrong in some way, shape, or form. So lap 55 now as we cross the stripe. Xander keeps on pushing up the way right here, but I think he may have went a little bit too high, because he won't be able to clear Cyber. Now he has support from his teammate right behind in the 14. The 14 is, I can almost guarantee, not going to double cross the 24 here, at least until the last lap. So with that bottom line is rolling. I don't know if Xander has timed that move correctly, but looks like he will finally have to relinquish the lead here. Cyber, did you actually lead that lap? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm currently just focusing.
Okay, I will keep an eye on it. So we'll see. Ooh, but it looks like a little bit of looseness coming out, or maybe tight. I don't know. It could be a mixture of both. But with that, Xander continues to lead every single lap, as we have, well, I guess all but one during green flag pit stops. But it looks like these guys are definitely starting to get racy here. The 21 being the outlier, kind of not quite within draft distance, but not quite within within doubt of losing his P6 right now. But definitely having a solid run. But we see a little bit of contact between the 96 and 96. Kind of gets shunted up the way. The 8 goes low. Will actually catch the grass, and the 14 will actually get 2 for 1 right there. The 14 just being in the right place at the right time will actually collect P3 in the running order with that move. The 96 game punted up the way, and the 8 catching the grass, and now he is going to be setting his sights on this front pack as well, or the top 2, I should say. So looking at the rest of the field, like I said, looks like the rest of the pack is starting to kind of find themselves well within a single file line, I guess I should say. The 18 has picked up 2 positions, so that's good for him, getting back in it. The 20 has kind of held station. Liam is actually the big gain out of this, but unfortunately it looks like his lag is actually maybe a detriment. The 20 is trying to get around him, but the 17 has every right to defend that position. But definitely right now, looks like the 18 kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, as that front pack is starting to inch away. However, they are catching the 21 of B-Right. Top 5 actually collecting the front 3 now, so the 96 as well as the 8 have found themselves in this lead pack. That kind of complicates things, because before that caution, it was a 2-horse race. Now it's a 5-car horse race right now. But plenty of racing left. We're not even halfway through this race. Lines are interesting. I will say that. Xander's making a line that you don't normally see work all that much. That is the extreme high line, literally running the wall. But, you know, sometimes it be like that. You know, leave it to him to kind of experiment a little bit, as the Cyber actually leads that lap right there. So if he didn't collect the 5-point bonus points, he certainly did there. But currently only 2 official lead changes so far in this race. Currently between the 1 and the 24. Currently sitting P1 and P2. Looks like the 22 kind of lost a little bit of ground. What happened to the 17? Where'd he go? Oh, the 17! The 17 lagged out! Oh my goodness! So that is another one for the Fishes. Looks like the 22 also went down on pit lane. Yep, he is on pit road right now. That is interesting. Interesting decision right there. I'm sure the window is open in order to make the strategy work that he's on. But very unfortunate for Liam right there. He is out of this race. Will collect P13. Looks like Cade is also, yep. I wonder if he's serving a penalty. Because he's, oh, nope, he didn't. He got on pit lane pretty quick, fast, in a hurry right there. But Bassfuck has actually found himself right behind Brandon. That is for P6. P6 and P7 currently. But Bass not having the race that his teammate is certainly having. In fact, GMI is actually having a pretty decent day. P1, P3, and P7. That's actually pretty good in terms of the team standings, where, keep in mind, we run by averages. Right now, actually, the best team currently with averages is, well, right now it's P2 Cyber for Mo Power, and Nathan threw a late move, and that I can tell knocked Cyber a little bit off guard and had to kind of go into evasive maneuvers. All right, and so with that, we have a different ball game. I guess I should say, between the 22 and basically the rest of the field. The way that I'm seeing it is he pits as soon as the window is open. He can make it in 2 more pit stops. All well and good, perfect. All right, that's the strategy you want to play. That's fine. However, everyone else is going to run it on out, whether it be to literally to make it on fuel, or just to run it out and maybe hope for a yellow or something. These guys are definitely going to try to go as long as possible. It's going to be interesting to see which is going to be the winning strategy. Who knows? Kate could go 2 for 2 right now through this strategy, or he, at the very least, pick up some positions, because he was towards the back of this pack here to start off the run. Currently, right now, it's Piper just outside the top 10 here in P11. BS right there, actually holding that honor there in P10. Actually, Cyber, I know you're busy, but could you just let us know when it's actually halfway?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Thank you. So, to kind of just go through the field real quick.
I think we actually passed halfway, actually.
What lap are you guys on?
69.
Oh, nice. Funny. So, actually, yeah, we're actually past halfway. So let's actually do our midway race break right here. So, going through the field, actually, we have Xander here in P1. We're not on board with him. We're on board with UK, who has a shot of P1 right here. Cyber there in P2. We have Nathan, Agent Orange in P3. UK for Mo Power there in P4. T-Bird in P5 in the 96. Let's actually go on board with the 47. This is the 37, but the 47 is 3 cars up the way. That is P6. The 21 there in P7, as they are battling, trying to swap each other's spots, so P6 and P7. P8 belongs to Kalen there in front of the 37, who belongs in P9. P10 there is belongs to the 20 car, that is BS14 cars. P11 is Pied Piper, and we also have Cade, who is by his lonesome, already making his third to last pit stop. He's on there somewhere. There he is, here in the P12. Now, with that, I love the bots, man, that coming on in, posting emojis. Good job. So with that, the 2 DNFs are actually going to be Liam, Tansby Vegas, and the 4, who technically did not even make the green flag. Technical difficulties, similar to the Monday race with Dakota, except his wheel disconnected. So both drivers did not take the green flag, and both had technical problems. So we'll have to see how this is going to roll here. Anyway, so Tomboy in chat right now saying finally made it. Make it a great show, gang. There. Well, so far it is a great show. Strategies are abound. The one caution that came on out actually narrowed up the running order. Technically, it was a 2-horse race, and right now, as the 96 is actually starting to be dropped from this lead pack, it is now a 4-horse race, headed by, it's actually GMI versus Mopao, if you think about it. So yeah, Liam, what happened there? Did you lag out, or did you just go decide to watch football? Because we see him in chat right now saying, let's go 49ers, so I can only assume that's what he did. Man, even when NASCAR is in... Oh, he legit lagged out. Okay, never mind. Because, much like what I was talking about in the pre-race, we are missing a couple drivers because of who is playing right now. Of course, Packers, being a Packers fan, look at that, imagine that, is watching them play. So he is not with us. And same thing with BD. But however, BD will get last place points for submitting a lap. Looks like a interesting strat by the 37. He is going to stop right now. So he is the first car technically from this lead pack to come on down. So he is kind of showing his hand a little early. But you know what? Sometimes that may actually be what's necessary, especially as we are closing in on, well, I mean, optimally, these guys want to make it in one more stop. So the later you go, you don't want to like overstep it and miss your undercut strategy and just straight up not be able to make it on fuel. I did that once where I straight up pit too early because I wanted a shortcut, and all of a sudden I couldn't make it on fuel. But the one signaling right there, everyone else has to kind of give way. The one being hyper aggressive right there, going onto pit lane, but he made it in quickly. So let's see. To answer any questions you had about the first yellow, Cade got loose, and me and him wrecked as a result. Okay, I was curious about that, but I assumed it was nothing like nothing crazy. I assumed it was just a straight up on track incident. Oh no! And Bassbuck misses pit lane! Oh my goodness! The 47 just has no... Oh my goodness. No luck for Cyber. Not Cyber. You didn't hear that. No luck for Bass right now. I think he's out of fuel too. Oh my goodness. Oh, Bass, not like this. Not like this,
Double
Bass. He
whammy.
is out of fuel, putting around on turn 3. Oh, I can't imagine whoever's in a party with him. He must be livid. Did the same thing that Piper did in the first green flag pit stop. I don't know. It must be a glitch with Las Vegas. I personally have never seen this. In the 2 years of having this game, I personally have not seen where we have people that straight up do not get registered as going on pit lane. Oh my goodness me. Poor Bass. He's on pit road right now, but he lost so much time. If we don't have another yellow, his race is essentially done. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh wow. All right, so let's kind of regroup right here. What's going on? Looks like Piper actually may have sped. It looks like, yeah, Piper indeed probably sped right there. So super unfortunate for him. The 22 looking really loose. So he did actually gain a couple positions, but he may have hit a little bit way too early. A little bit way too. Good talk there, Private Patton. So we're going to have to see how this kind of rolls right here. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering, Liam, is that you have to be below the white lines in order to it to be registered as being counted on the pit lane. But I guess these guys found it out the hard way. But oh, that's super unfortunate for Bass. Going all the way down. He's still in P11. I don't know if that's a consolation though. He is not the last runner on the track. That is actually with Piper, who was right behind him. And actually, if we actually think about it, the leaders are actually about to lap him. Xander is actually in a zip code of his own right now. I don't know if that was just how aggressive he got in the pit lane, or if it was just how early he came on down, but that distance between the two first top two drivers, top three, I guess, top four technically, is insane. Liam, I am doing all right. I'm assuming this also goes for Cyber. Liam, is asking how you're doing today, Cyber.
I'm doing good.
All right, well, there we go. Um, we're both doing good. We're both commentating this fantastic race so far. Well, I'm so much commentating. Cyber's the one that's racing it, but you get what I mean. The top four is actually GMI versus Mopawa. GMI being the 1 and the 8, Mopawa being the 14 and the 24. So while this little like second pack from P2 to P4 is trying to catch the leader, there's also this 96 that's just kind of hanging out by him's lonesome. Lost the draft in front of him. He's now honestly just kind of in a race of his own with the green flag pit stops really separating the field, or at least the top runners, I should say. He's just solidly in P5 right now. Meanwhile, P6 belongs to B-Right. BS 14 car is trying to make up for essentially a bogey of a Daytona. Just nothing going his way last week. Is trying to get to P7, battling with Baseball Kid, who has a couple lap older tires than the 20, but the 20 is doing a fantastic job in order to hold his own very clean. The 37 holding its own. We'll probably have to give up the ghost here going into turn 1, and on the middle of the corner will. So P7 now belongs to BS. P8 belongs to Baseball Kid. Let's kind of go in the back of the pack. So let's see here. Looks like Cade is pitting right now, so that will be another spot. P9, there he is. Kalen is right there. And actually with Cade pitting, that will mean Bass gets put back into the top 10. I know he is looking for a yellow. Hands down, he is looking for a yellow. Same thing with Piper. But actually, Cyber, what lap are you guys approaching?
We're approaching lap 87.
87, so we're actually a little under 50 to go here. Yeah, these guys are definitely looking to make it in one more pit stop. Generally speaking, the fuel run is, just to make it simplistic, 30 laps. So they're looking to pit roughly like lap 114 is when I say the pit window opens at earliest. At absolute earliest is when these guys are coming on down. Even then, Las Vegas is one of those tracks that you actually burn slightly more fuel than you save. It's not quite as bad as Dover, where you literally lose like 4 laps worth of fuel. It is just one of those things where, because you're on throttle for so long, that like you're rarely off it. It's like braking is non-existent. You only let off, and even then, it's just like a quick off and on. So these guys are definitely looking to capitalize on being able to pit early. Now, hopefully, Xander didn't pit too early. In fact, actually, Cyber, how many laps of fuel do you have?
18 laps.
Yeah, so you're going to be like right on the money if I'm doing my math correctly. Xander is actually going to have to. Well, if you're on 18, he's probably on 17, maybe even 16, depending on how hard he's running. So that'll actually be very interesting here. Optimally, you want to be behind someone. Draft is king, of course. So like, kind of like the Daytona Talladega strats, Nathan and UK are in a better position because they allow to let off more to kind of save more fuel and still be in the toe of someone else to kind of hold them in position. So I think you're not going to see any moves by the 14 or the 8. They're just going to kind of ride right now. Pardon me one hot second. All right, we are back. I apologize about that. Um, while I was gone, Liam was saying that Tony is going to be in the booth for the Clash in the 500. For real? Like Tony Stewart? Huh. When did this get announced? But as we are kind of talking about just saving fuel, sometimes that's not even necessary, as it looks like this lead pack is actually closing back in on Xander here. Um, that is just the cooperation that these guys are holding. You know, you have a fast leader, and then you have everyone just kind of following, and giving each other draft, and they're actually closing in on Xander. Now that could just be him kind of just backing it on off, knowing that it's not exactly necessary in order to kind of push the envelope here. But either way, you know, you have someone that is looking to go all the way forward. What is the 21 doing here? Looks like he is crazy loose, I will say that. So the 21 losing a couple spots right there. Interesting. The 37 getting another spot. The 20 already passing. The 18 now. I think he's fuel saving. Based on how quickly the 18 caught him, I think the 21's fuel saving. I think that's why, yeah, he's letting everyone go right there. Yeah, he's actually trying to get behind everyone. The 18 trying to get past the 37. So, interesting. Because the 21 was also one of the early stoppers here. The 37 as well being one of those, probably being the earliest to come on down. Ooh, yeah, the 21 definitely looking all out of sorts. But, yeah, definitely we have, a complexion turning on out here. We have the one of Xander. I can only assume, based on how much he kind of slowed down, that he probably is starting to fuel save. I think, yeah, he just immediately got out of the way. I can read Xander like a book, and that is,
Ooh, close.
yeah. Xander is.
Car didn't want to turn there.
Yeah. Well, he ended up getting there in the end of it. So, with that knowledge, Cyber, how does that change the your outlook for the race?
Well, if he's fuel saving, that means I gotta hit the go button now.
So, yeah, it's just very interesting because him and the 21. In fact, actually, let's kind of go on board with the 21 right now. Where is he at? Yeah, he is fuel saving right now. He has been totally dropped by the 18 and the 37. In fact, his nearest competitor, which should be Bass, should be kind of catching him right now. But yeah, he's clutching it in the front stretch right there. So, very interesting. So him and Xander are in the same boat right now. This is going to be interesting. I will say that. How this is going to kind of turn on out here. Because pit stops are going to be coming quick, fast, and in a hurry within the next 10 or so laps. And I know that's all that Xander was looking for. He was trying to get behind everyone else in order to save. This is one of those times where I wish I was racing right now. I feel like I have a strat in order to directly counterbalance the one. But going through the rest of the pack, yeah, as I'm even on board with Xander. He's full on clutching it. He is hardcore saving. So if there's a go time, I guess this is it. Baseball kick comes on down pit lane. What lap is it right now? It's too soon. Cyber?
It's currently lap 101.
Yeah, that's far too soon. You need to make it. Honestly, if you can make it in 5 laps, that is the ideal.
Ooh. I don't know if that was Cade or I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, no caution for that.
Yep, there's caution.
So that directly hurts Baseball Kid, who was on pit lane right there.
I'll have to look back on the footage. I don't know if I got into him or whatever. Looked like K got loose and hit me and then gun one.
Yeah, it looks like he got loose right there.
Hmm.
Well, he also said previous that he's also driving a little bit intoxicated, so definitely
Ah.
did not impact his or did not help, I guess I should say. So this is interesting. So basically, everyone's now good to go. Uh, that caution came out at probably the best time. Like literally, that was the window in order to make it. So now it's go time for everyone. In fact, I think the 22 just kind of short lines it. Yeah, he's definitely not firing on all cylinders. If you kind of catch my drift. But yeah, so this is gonna be interesting. Like I said, oh my goodness. No, what was that? Who? The 37! Oh my goodness! The 37 backs on out! Oh my goodness.
Rip.
Yeah, that... I wonder if he was trapped a lap down and he didn't get it back, or... Because it looks like he just straight lined it into turn 1. So this is going to be interesting, because now everyone can make it. It's going to be a dogfight, I will say that. Everyone will definitely be giving it their best shot. Now, that caution didn't so much help like the people that it was like that we've been talking about, like Brandon, Xander, who was fuel saving. In fact, actually, probably the people that it directly helped was the 47 and the 38. 47, of course, missed pit lane, and the 38 had a pit road speeding penalty. They are now back in it right here, and the 20 of BS did not have a good restart. He restarted, what, P7? He is now back into P11. Or make that P10. P11 belongs to Cade as Baseball Kid backs on out for the night. So, but this directly opens the door, honestly. Oh my goodness, the 8 gets pushed down by his own teammate right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, and there's lag! The 1! Where is he going? Oh my goodness me, what just happened with the 1? What did I just miss something? Like, am I being pranked? Because it seems like...
Yeah, there was lag.
Oh my goodness. The very rare Xander, Xander lag right there.
Yeah, that caution, I don't know about that. Because I'm not looking pretty well.
Well, like I said, it's still GMI versus Mopowa. It's unfortunately GMI teammates right behind you in the 1 and the 8. It is Mopowa there in the 14. The 21 found his way up to the P5. Looks like he has a short run car, but starts to falter in the long run.
I'm like 1 lap short.
One
I'm
lap.
betting on a caution.
So that's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure that's probably why Xander's not making the move. That's probably why he is comfortable with just riding right now. And Nathan is not comfortable with riding. He's going to try to go around the outside, a little bit of contact between the 1 and the 8. The 8 is probably telling his teammate, hey, let's go, or at least let me go. And he is not having it. Kind of check on in with the second pack right here. So a little bit of a swap. It was Brandon, now it's T-Bird leading this pack, and Kalen here in P7, Bass P8, P9 belongs to Piper, P10 the S. Let's see here. Looks like Cade decided to come on down pit lane. I think he is probably parking it for the night, I would assume. But right now, it's anyone that can win is already up here. So definitely right now, looks like fuel is in the cards. So if everyone's shy, or sorry, if you're shy, Cyber, that means everyone's shy. But we'll have to see who is saving, and that's probably why, apart from Nathan, everyone is perfectly okay with leading, or with not leading. And just kind of... Oh, Xander lag again! Oh, usually when Xander lags, when he lags, he lags. Oh, my goodness me. That could be detrimental. The 22 actually letting the field go. Very kindly of him. Baseball kid, we can talk about it after the race, okay? Yeah, so 3 cars DNF, like I said, the 4, the 17, and the 37 in that order, in ascending order. The 21 must have hit the wall, because he is now back in the second pack, and it's a 4-course race for this win right now. But P5 on is all to play for. Oh, this could be spicy. Here later as the 47 is... I don't know if that was a lag spike or not. The 47 actually kind of hit the 18. Oh my goodness, are the servers just taking a dump? What's going on here? Am I being pranked right now? Where's the camera? So right now it is oh, everyone's getting loose right now. I wonder if people decided to loosen up for this final run. The 96 is starting to go into save mode. You can tell right now. He's done this before, so he's basically betting on this being a caution-free run. 2 cautions have kind of separated the monotony of green flag racing here. A pretty decent record, actually. The 18 actually going around and will actually pass the 21. Looks like the 21 is going to be in save mode right now, trying to save that lap. Maybe that's what it was going on, that he lost the front pack and decided just to back up to the second pack right now. He's trying to save that lap. In fact, everyone is probably saving that lap right now as... Cyber, looks like you're trying to let Xander go. He probably already saved that lap by just being behind you. That's why he's more than happy to just take that lap back, or take that spot back. But we'll have to see. So right now, so lead change again. Still only 2 leaders in this race, Cyber and Xander. Those are the only ones that have led a lap so far in this race. Weird how that works out. But yeah, 96 and the 47, I can pretty much tell, are in save mode. The one I can almost guarantee has already saved the lap needed. You can see the leader kind of go on by right now. So yeah, the one is, I'm pretty sure, Gucci. Cade running around the on the apron. Yeah, basically, yeah, he's done for the night. So he is going to be finishing in P11. It's a solid result, honestly, for having 3 people DNF out of a 14-car lobby. A P11 is still respectful, meaning everyone that is still running is guaranteed a top 10. Yeah, Gucci. Yeah, why not? So, Cyber, let's take inventory here. How many laps to go?
Currently in okay.
I guess maybe Xander didn't save enough, and he is giving up the ghost yet again.
Currently 12 laps in.
12.
Yep.
All right, 12 laps to go. So, yeah, that is rather interesting, I guess I should say. So, looks like Xander, by him going around, has maybe not saved enough fuel by him just kind of acting like he did right there. The 22, yep, indeed, parking it for the night. The 21 saving fuel. The 96, I'm pretty sure, has saved, and he is good to go. The 38...
I only knew that was gonna happen.
I will be investigating that after the race. So, yeah. Anyway. Anywho. So, with that, we have a caution. Yeah, we're going to be investigating that after the race. Jordan Jouch in chat's just laugh reacting. I'm just like, okay. Anywho, so this is basically a green-white checkered. Basically. So as we are just riding right now, we have Xander out in the lead, Cyber there in P2. Let's see here. After that, T-Bird actually closing on up into the top 5 right there. Kalen as well joining himself. Piper trying to make a move on the bottom, but with so many laps to go, it's do or die right now. People are rocking and rolling right now with probably loosened up setups. I will say they probably cranked everything to the max that they can go, while also maintaining control of their vehicle. Still only 2 leaders in this race. And with the amount of laps left, I can assume this is coming to what, 6 to go?
Yep, 6 to go.
Hey, I got it right. So Mopao teammates actually really helping out right here. I think UK is just like, oh, you know what? You had your chance right there. He is deciding, you know what, to go for it. He's going to try to go to the bottom. Cyber, you're going to really dive it on down. But that is actually going to help out Xander by you two being side by side like that. And that pass will be done with UK collecting the spot. A little bit of contact. Nathan gets shoved up the way. The 18 goes side by side. They're still side by side right there. And 5 to go, coming to 4 to go right here in this race. Everyone's still all within draft distance of one another, but it will come on down to probably the top 2 who are still within draft distance of one another, but looks like UK was the one that was actually able to loosen up just a little bit more so. So 4 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of spinning. And that may actually be a caution. No caution for that. So Piper unfortunately got collected out of that. Looks like someone else did as well. Not quite sure who. This is 3 to go here. UK has actually caught the draft. Oh, it was Brandon. Oh, that's what happened there. So coming to 2 to go right now. The time to go has come. Jagger, that's not going to happen. We already discussed this. UK is going to immediately try to go for it. He's going to go up high, get the high side momentum, and he's probably going to make the move right here. This is 2 to go. Xander's going to block. Oh, the 14 with the high side move. Look at that. He's going to try to have the high side momentum. Looks like Xander is actually going to be able to hold that low side. This is the white flag here. The 14 of Mopower Cat UK gassing it up right there. Will have the high side momentum. Will actually have to cross on over the 1. Get the draft. He will have to go up high. He has to do something. He hits the wall going into turn 3. Side draft coming to the line of 14. A little bit of contact being made. To the line. And the 1 will collect the lead. And the win right there. Was that Nathan in P3?
Yep.
Oh, Cyber. I'm sorry that I had to go down like that. Wow. So, we are going to be interviewing our top 3, which is Xander, UK, and Nathan after this race. It looks like the 21 showing his displeasure. Oh, with already finished competitor right there. So, yeah, interesting how that came on down so close between UK and Xander, but so, All right, well, Cyber, I want to say thank you guys so much for coming on in here. When you have a hot rod like that, it's unfortunate that you were not able to get the win like that. So P1 belongs to Nathan, 30.485. So there we go. So yeah, good race there, Cyber. Unfortunate. All right, so let's get these guys up in here. There's Nathan. Of course, he's not appearing online. And there we go. All right, so as we wait for these guys, we actually have the full results on us right now. So, we have, oh, here we go, hang on. So Xander, UK Nathan, T-Bird P4, Cyber P5, BS P6, Bassfuck P7, Kalen P8, Piper P9, Brandon P10, P11 belongs to Cade, P12 Baseball Kid, P13 Liam, and P14 belongs to US Trek. So with that, we have, oh well, I think all 3 of the podium earners are up here, so we can actually begin our interviews. So, with that, how are you guys doing today? First of all, that is going to be the age-old question of the night.
Decent.
Decent.
I'm doing great.
So with that, we have let's see. Let's actually begin our discussion with a good old Tyler Reddick. That is, of course, Nathan Agent Orange. How you doing today, sir?
Better than I thought I was going to be there for a minute.
So with that, he well finishing P3 there. It seemed like you were not going to be finishing there. Uh, we had a humdinger of a race. I'll say you were in the back, then you're in the front, and then you're like in the middle, and then you're in the front again. Take us through the final couple laps from your POV.
Well, I was kind of in the catbird seat. I was saving fuel very well, but I was just staying behind Power and Cyber. Uh, Xander kept going back and forth, so but yeah, I was about to be solid, about to fine, and then I don't even know what caused the caution, but yeah, it was frustrating for a minute, and then being stuck on the outside, not in the first lane, can hurt you, depending on what lane the leader chooses on the backstretch. They did not
Yeah.
choose the outside lane, so I dropped to like seventh or eighth.
and that's actually one of the benefits of not having manuals because everyone would just choose the inside lane, and then you have an even bigger checkup there in turn one, especially. So with that, we had a very interesting monologue of how the and how the final laps went. We were originally one lap short, or at least that's what Cyber was saying. But you said you were saving fuel, so it sounded like you were good to go. But then a caution came on out, and that threw everything out of whack.
Yeah, I was my car was just changing fuel going into turn lap or two, and I would have been.
So yeah, I mean, so it looked like you were able to make it. Well, it's a shame you can't really turn back time and see how things are going to turn on out. But either way, still a solid result all the way around for you and that number eight machine. GMI coming out strong with a P1 and a P3. Um,
If you
so
told
excellent
me
job
I
there.
could, if you told me I could come out of Vegas with a top three, I'd taken it because these draft dependent tracks usually aren't my take.
So with that, yeah, excellent job. Next week especially will be fun because I don't know about y'all, but I'm personally glad that I am not racing Homestead, and especially the week after that being Sonoma. So it's gonna be fun for you guys, but
Ah,
not.
yeah.
But
And good job, and I know he lagged out or whatever. Him and Maya. Good job, Cyber too. He was probably the real. I mean that in the best way possible. I mean like he got shafted the hardest.
yeah, I get you. And well, speaking of Cyber, his teammate is actually going to be up here. So let's actually go to Clint Boyer. I don't know why I just didn't go the other way on this. UK, long time no see up here. How you doing?
I'm alright. Surprised I'm up here.
Well, surprised you're up here, especially with how the final laps went. It seemed like it was going to be you versus Xander, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. Take us through your perspective on the final lap.
But first, I'm just glad that we actually got to race it out and not have any obstacles in the way. Um, but yeah, that was a pretty crazy finish there. I was sitting a Hail Mary in that last turn.
Well,
I
hey,
really wish that caution had come out, but I think I was good on fuel. I was just hanging back there, just vibing.
well, I mean, much like what we've been talking about. Sometimes the caution It helped others, like especially like Piper and Bass, but it did not with some, which is like Cyber and you. Um, so interesting how that works.
Yeah, it killed Cyber. I thought he may have had either him or Xander had the best cards. I didn't have nowhere close. I was just hanging in there.
All right. Well, there we go.
It
I
was a fun
honestly,
finish though.
yeah. Well, and honestly, really helped you guys out because it's still, it's not the finish that he wanted, uh, but you had a very decent run there in P2, but also a very good run from him in P5. So solid round all the way for the team standing. So you guys are definitely going to be put up the pecking order a little bit.
Hmm.
All right. So with that, we're going to move on to our race winner. We're going to go to good old Kurt. How you doing today, Xander? I know you already answered this, but I'm going to ask again.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. So with that, you had well, you were one of two leaders today. I'll say that. The 5 bonus points were probably the easiest to calculate because it was either you or Cyber that got it. There was only two leaders, so it was looking to be like one of you two that was going to win. But then the 14 card comes out of nowhere. Take us through. Take us through what you thought was going to happen there in the final two laps.
Well, I never really, I didn't change anything on the caution, which I probably should have done. I, just, I was talking to Brandon, and I decided not to change anything on the car, and, I run a preset 7. I run a, yeah, I run a preset 7, and then I go ahead and I change some things in the car. I go up to about 53.3 on wedge, and 60 on the rights. This is a setup that I had from Chicken, and that I used the one time that I hated, but I worked on the car the entire time, and it was able to just get better. So thanks, GMI, for that, I guess. And
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
notes.
The last couple. Let me actually get to the question that you asked me, which was the last few laps. So I had made no changes, so I was a little tight, and I saw UK coming, and I said, well, I better buckle up, and it was able to. I was still able to come away with the race win off of a photo finish.
Well, yes. I mean, a photo finish. I mean, very eerily similar to Kansas there in season zero.
Yes.
Missing out T-Bird, which was a three wide there at the line, but yeah. I mean, honestly, you had a hot rod throughout the entire run, but at the same time, I mean, it seemed like you were saving fuel. Could you care to elaborate? Like, what happened? Like, were you good to go, or were you not?
It's really funny that you brought this up. I was really hoping you would. So I was saving behind Cyber, obviously, and I had saved it to where like I would change into turn 3. And as soon as he gave me the lead, I was like, okay, I can take the lead for right now. And so I went to the lead, and then after about like 3 laps, I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna put myself in the neutral going into turn 3 and save as much fuel as possible. And so basically, I was able to change it to where it was changing off of 4, so I was able to make it now. So everyone just checks up again on the high side, on the bottom, and so I'm able to go from the high side and take back the lead. So I was able to save the amount of fuel I needed to make it to the end, and still retain the lead.
Well, I mean, so that it works because it seems like, I mean, apart from you lagging at some points, like you were lagging. Don't get me wrong, but it seemed
Oh yeah,
like you
I
were,
saw it.
yeah, yeah. But at the same time, it seemed like you were able to just like go all the way back and then all the way forward, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that's not lag.
It was very interesting. I've never had something like that happen. But I mean, I had a really good car. It was as fast as Xfinity Internet. Um, hats off to all the guys at GMI. Nathan, congrats on your third place, man. Obviously, wish you would have won probably more than myself at times. Um, but it was nice to see Nathan up there. I know Brandon had some trouble with some people, and that's his business. But he's probably not too happy. I wasn't able to talk to him. I wasn't in the party with him, so I don't really know what he had happened to him. But I don't think he's too happy. But yeah, thanks to Monster, thanks to 7-Eleven, thanks to Gear Wrench, thanks to all the partners at Zydo Motorsports. I know we don't have a Cup car anymore, but definitely looking forward to Monday where all four racers drive. And happy birthday to my boy Tom. And shout out to the 49ers and Green Bay game that I've been watching the entire time because Green Bay is winning right now, I think. I wasn't really checking it. Let's go Green Bay, even though I hate Green Bay. I like Aaron
Week
Rodgers.
10 Green Bay.
Yeah, thanks. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers and his tail.
Well,
Shout,
there
shout out
we
to
go.
Joe Burrow.
Exactly. Shout out to Joey B.
And with that, we are going to close it on out for the night. Basically, you guys already did your shoutouts right there, so I don't even need to add that. So, with that, it was a good race. The Las Vegas races always provide a good show. I'll definitely say that the final 30 laps was the spice of life right there. And with that, we are going to close it on out. Our next race will be at Phoenix for the Sportsman Truck Series, and I can't wait. Honestly, we are
Let's
going
go
to
hunt you.
be.
Let's go hunt you, monster.
Yes, Monster will be joining us for Mondays, and so the Mopowa train gets a little bit heavier there. So we'll have to see how they turn on out. 75 laps there, no cautions, and on a series that burns through tires, it's going to be interesting to see how that strat rolls. So yeah, with that, we are going to pass on off for the evening. Huge shout out to Xander for winning, UK P2, Nathan in P3. So with that, congrats guys. Podiums for you guys in the race 2 of the season, and we will catch you in the next one. Homestead next week. See you then. Peace.
Peace.